Hey, this is Donnie of the Marketing Twins. I wanted to do a little addendum or additional video on how to do things on the update pages, or specific to the BCC This Week page. There is another way of doing it, and I started to update this, and I thought this might be another way of showing them how to do this that I found sometimes easier. What I have done to make this easier, because like the Word document that I'm looking at has a lot of formatting stuff in it, and that doesn't always translate well to the website. So what I have found the easiest thing to do is a lot of times I will just copy all of this text from a Word document. Now again, if whoever's updating the site, if you're the one that created the Word document and you don't need the Word document for anything else, then don't worry about putting the format in, and this is kind of irrelevant. But if you're using this Word document for something else, and it's got all the bolds and the underlines and all of that stuff, and you need that, that's fine. But here's what I do is I have a little notepad program on my computer. Most computers have some kind of notepad thing on there, and all I've done is pasted this in there, and you can see what it does is it strips out all of the formatting that the Microsoft Word had, and it's just all plain text. I mean, it's boring as all get out, but this is what it is. Now what I can do here is go to the page, and so for instance, I think I've done this already. Yeah, I've already done that one. So we're going to look at Thursday, April 11th. And so I can come over here and I can either type over this, or I can do Thursday, April 11th. I could have copied that directly from there in the Word document, but in this case I just typed it all, and I'm just bold and underlining to make it match. And then what I'll do is come over here and I'll just copy this. I did a control copy, you can't see this, but then I can go over here and I could push paste here. But what a lot of times I like to do is just go right over here up to this little icon right here, which paste is plain text. And then I paste that into there. And what that does is just to make sure there's no formatting carried over from the Word document into your WordPress site. This strips all that away. And so by inserting this, now you can see that that's inserted like this. Now sometimes if you'll notice, let's say like Sunday, Sunday's got several things, so I'll highlight that. I copy that, and so now we will get rid of this because we don't need that. And sometimes you have to just Sunday this 14th. So again, we've highlighted all the stuff for the 14th. In this case, what I'll do is I will just highlight all of this, and really I can hit delete, or I could just simply paste over this. Now you'll notice something when it happens is what happened to the bullet points, right? So this is where it just kind of comes in. I want to kind of go back to the way it was done here. So there really wasn't, there's a bullet point, so I can just go up to the first of this, put my icon there. That's what I want to see. You have to slide the internal one here and the external one here. It's kind of confusing. But you got your cursor right in front of the 9 a.m. So you go up here to the bullet point, and there's your bullet point, and make that work. And then what a lot of times I'll do is I will just delete until that comes up. And I just hit my delete key until that comes up. And then when I press enter, it assumes that there's a bullet point. And so I can do the same thing, either hit the delete button here, or I can go over here to the word no, and I hit my backspace key until that comes up to the end of the word projects, and then I hit enter, and it locks it in that way. Now this was just kind of something I was testing earlier, but there's sometimes a lot of space and stuff, and sometimes you just have to keep clicking, or in this case I like to go to right to where it is, except I wanted that to be a little larger, so that's why I want to, there we go. Okay, on this too, the mark your calendars and is done a little bit differently. It's when you highlight it, it's a heading 2. These are all listed as just paragraph, but it's a formatting of the text. So I try not to change that because I want that to stand out a little bit. And then I just go back through and again highlight all this stuff here. And I paste that. I don't want to paste it. I want to go to plain text, paste it. And now it's just a matter of me just doing a little bit of formatting, get my bullet point, and I'll work on that and clean that up. But that's a little bit a second way of doing that page.